back to the channel. Today we're going to unravel some incredibly complex events in Genoa. Rumors are circulating around the Newman family, but what's the truth? In this video, I'll summarize the plot points that will be revealed in the next episode. Stay tuned to see what happens.
Welcome back to the channel, my fellow Y&R addicts. Today is just another crazy, beautiful day in Genoa City. And honestly, we need to sit down, grab a massive cup of coffee, and absolutely unpack the absolute madness that just exploded on our screens. I am still shaking from the drama, so buckle up, because I have thoughts, I have feelings, and I am definitely not holding back. I cannot believe what I just watched. I am literally typing this up late at night because my brain is spinning and I cannot sleep after that episode. I mean, what on earth are the writers doing to Billy Abbott? Just when you think the guy is finally getting his life together, they drop a massive nuclear bomb on his head. And not just any bomb, but his own mother. I was screaming at my television screen. Did anyone else completely lose their minds when Jill walked through those doors at Chancellor Winters? Because I absolutely did, and I am still trying to process the sheer level of corporate and emotional warfare that just went down. But wait, I am getting ahead of myself. Okay, back to the point. Let's talk about the elephant in the room first. Lauren Koslow stepping in as Jill. I know Jess Walton is an absolute legend and we all miss her desperately whenever she is off-screen. But can we just take a moment to appreciate the completely different, absolutely ruthless energy Koslow is bringing to the table for this temporary recast? It is jarring in the best and worst ways possible. It is like this new Jill has zero time for pleasantries, zero time for feelings, and is just out for corporate blood. I have been watching this show for years, and we all know Jill has a razor-sharp edge, but this was next-level cold. She marched into that office looking like she was ready to fire everyone in the building and sell the furniture, just for fun. So Jill comes storming back into Genoa City on Friday, June 26th, and she does not even pause to take a breath before she is hunting down Billy. She walks right into Chancellor Winters, and the look of pure, unadulterated judgment on her face is something I will never forget. You could cut the tension in that room with a butter knife. Billy looks up, probably expecting a nice, warm family reunion because, hello, his mother has been dealing with severe health issues lately. They were just starting to mend their fences. Sally literally pushed Billy to go to London to fix things with her, but no. Jill just stares at him like he is the biggest disappointment to ever walk the earth. I felt so bad for Billy in that exact second, and I do not even like Billy half the time. And then she just launches into him. Jill absolutely tears Billy apart for focusing too much on his personal life. Yes, you heard that right. She is mad that Billy is actually trying to be a good partner to Sally Spectra and a good father to their unborn baby. I am sorry, but are you kidding me, Jill? For years, literally years, we have watched Billy spiral out of control. We watched him gamble away his life. We watched him cheat. We watched him make the most reckless, stupid corporate and personal decisions imaginable. And now, when he is finally trying to settle down, plan an October wedding with Sally, and prepare for a newborn, his mother is furious because he's not chained to his desk at Chancellor Winters 24/7. It makes absolutely no sense, and yet it makes perfect soap opera sense. Billy, bless his heart, actually tries to defend himself. He stands there looking completely blindsided and tries to explain to his mother that he is just trying to find a work-life balance. Work-life balance in Genoa City. I almost laughed out loud because nobody in this town knows what that means. But you have to give him credit for trying. He tells Jill that he is still completely dedicated to the company, but he has a family now. Sally is pregnant. She's already terrified and stressed out because of her history and losing baby Ava with Adam. And Billy just wants to be a supportive partner. He wants to be a good man. But Jill is just staring at him with these ice-cold eyes, completely unmoved. It is actually terrifying how much she does not care about his personal growth. Because here is the thing about Jill, especially this new, hyper-focused version of Jill. She built this empire with blood, sweat, and tears. She fought Katherine Chancellor. She fought Victor Newman. She fought everyone to secure her legacy. And in her mind, if you aren't willing to bleed for the company, you don't deserve to sit in the big chair. She looks at Billy's desire for a happy family life as a weakness. A massive, glaring weakness. I know some people are loving this return to the cutthroat corporate drama, but personally, I am just so exhausted by parents on this show demanding their children sacrifice their souls for a company. Victor does it to Victoria and Nick all the time, and now Jill is doing it to Billy. It is a toxic cycle and I am sick of it. Wait, let's just pause and remember the recent history here. Weren't Billy and Jill just having all these emotional, tear-jerking moments because of her health crisis? Billy was so worried about her. They had this beautiful breakthrough, and Billy came back feeling like he finally had his mother's respect and love. And now she just flies back into town and completely detonates all of that goodwill. It is so frustrating. It is like the writers just decided, hey, Billy is too happy right now. Let's absolutely destroy his sense of security. And honestly, it worked. The emotional whiplash is giving me a headache, but I cannot look away. Because then comes the ultimate threat. Jill does not just yell at Billy, she threatens his entire livelihood. She looks him dead in the eye and implies that she is going to find a new heir. Someone who is less distracted, someone who will put Chancellor Winters above everything else. The absolute panic that flashes across Billy's face in that moment is award-worthy. You can see his entire world crumbling. He has tied so much of his self-worth to proving to Jill and the rest of the world that he is a capable businessman. If she strips that away from him now, right when he is trying to provide for Sally and the new baby, he is going to completely lose his mind. And then she drops the name, Kane Nasby. I literally jumped off my couch. Jill actually suggests that Kane might be a better fit to take over her legacy. Kane, the guy who has been wrapped up in so much drama, who was just publicly humiliated by Devon at a board meeting for past financial misconduct, who is currently co-running Chancellor Industries with Lily Winters. Jill throwing Kane's name in Billy's face is the ultimate insult. Remember when they tried this rivalry years ago? Yeah, it was explosive then, and it is going to be nuclear now. Billy despises Kane. The history there is so toxic, and Jill knows exactly what she is doing by pressing that specific button. You can just see the gears turning in Billy's head. He is feeling so incredibly threatened. He knows that Kane is hungry for power. Kane just accepted the co-CEO position from Lily after Victor handed Chancellor over to her. Kane is trying to rebuild his life and prove himself, especially after finding out he is actually Malcolm Winter's biological son and dealing with that whole bone marrow transplant drama. Kane has a massive chip on his shoulder and something to prove. If Jill aligns herself with Kane, Billy is completely out in the cold. And Billy is not the kind of guy who handles being pushed into a corner very well. He is going to react, and he is going to react badly. And what does this mean for Sally, my poor, stressed out Sally? She is pregnant, she is hormonal, she's already dealing with Adam Newman breathing down her neck and Audra Charles lurking in the shadows with that blackmail evidence about Newman Media. Now she is going to have to deal with a spiraling Billy Abbott. Because let's be real, Billy is not going to just take this lying down. He is going to obsess over this. He is going to start working 80-hour weeks, ignoring Sally, trying to prove to Jill that he is the ruthless businessman she wants him to be. And that is exactly what is going to drive a wedge between him and Sally. Jill is inadvertently going to destroy the exact family life she is criticizing Billy for having. And can we talk about Kane for a second? How is Kane going to react when he finds out Jill is back in town and dangling this massive carrot in front of him? Kane is already in the middle of a massive war with Devon. Devon hates him. Devin threatened to destroy him, and Devin exposed his financial secrets to the board. Kane is clinging to Lily for dear life. But if Jill comes to him and says, "Hey, I want you to be my heir instead of Billy," Kane is going to jump at that chance. He is too ambitious not to. But that is going to put him in direct conflict with Lily, who is trying to manage the Chancellor side of things. It is going to be a corporate bloodbath. Also, I am so desperate to see Jill's reaction to Lily owning Chancellor and putting Kane on the throne. Victor Newman just handed Chancellor over to Lily to screw over Phyllis, and Lily immediately turned around and made Kane co-CEO. Jill is going to have a field day with this. Is she going to support Lily's move, or is she going to try to rip it all down? Jill hates Victor, so she probably hates that Victor had his hands all over this deal. The corporate mess in Genoa City right now is so tangled, it requires a corkboard and red string to keep track of. But having Jill back in the mix just makes everything 10 times more volatile. I can already picture the screaming matches in the athletic club. So here is my prediction, and I know some people are going to disagree with me, but whatever. I think Billy is going to do something incredibly stupid and illegal to prove himself to Jill. He is going to try to pull off some massive corporate takeover or sabotage Kane, and it is going to backfire spectacularly. He might even get Adam Newman involved, because why not? Adam is already causing chaos in Vegas with Matt Clark, but he always has time to mess with Billy. Or maybe Audra will find out about this tension and use it to blackmail Billy regarding the Newman media evidence she found. Billy is a walking target right now, and Jill just painted a giant bullseye on his back. I am just so emotionally invested in this right now. I want Billy to stand up to his mother and say, "No, my family comes first. Sally and this baby come first." But this is the young and the restless. And nobody ever makes the healthy, rational choice. We are in for weeks of corporate backstabbing, family betrayal, and probably a lot of tears from Sally. I am dreading it, but I am also absolutely here for it because the drama is just too good. Am I the only one who thinks Jill is being completely unreasonable? Or do you guys think Billy needs this tough love to stay sharp? Let me know, because I am going to be obsessing over this until the next episode.